Hello guys, and this is episode 4 now? I think it is, of the tile-based lighting tutorial. And today we're going to create the tile lighting system. This could be a 2-part episode, but we're near the end. First, we need to make a few objects. So we're going to go File, New, Java class, and we're going to call this a light tile. And this light tile is going to be, it's basically going to cover up our world, and it will be able to change the opacity of this tile to create the illusion of light. Hard to explain, but you'll see what it looks like at the end. So we're going to need a public int x and y, a public float, I'm going to call that lux. Let's just create the initialize it as 0.9f. So 1 lux will be the darkest it can be, and 0 will be the lightest it can be. It's just something for later. Public int size. This is how we're going to work out how smooth the lighting is going to look, because in each tile we're going to place multiple light tiles. So the more tiles there are, the more light tiles there are, the smoother the lighting is going to be, but the harder it's going to hit your computer. So we have to find a good balance between performance and looks. So let's create a private color, and we're going to call that Alt Enter. I'm going to use the slick colors, not the Java colors, and we'll call that color. Let's initialize that here as 0f, 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 and then we'll put lux in the end. So this is red, green, blue, and then lux. Don't really need to give any values for this because we don't want it to be any color yet. So black. Final thing we need to add is the public array list of light data, which we haven't created yet, but we will. Amounts. Done. Sorry, I was just checking something, but yeah, that's fine. Let's create the constructor, and we'll do that with cheating again with the generate function. There we go. X, Y, and we need to pass in the size. And that's done. That's it. Let's create the public void update, same as the other class, and the public void render, and pass in the graphics, and use the slick one. So in the update function, we're going to want to set color dot, so you can get the alpha, the green, the blue, and the red, so you can change the color. We're going to set the alpha equal to the lux. We're going to be changing the lux value depending on how far away it is from the light source. And then we're going to do, in the render, we're going to do g.set color, and let's just pass it the color. So that's our color we're setting up here. And we're going to do g.fill rect, so that's going to create a rectangle in the position x, y, and in size. So that's just the width and height. Right, let's create and get rid of this error here, the light data class. This is just a very simple class. It could be done with a 2-dimensional array or something like that, but this is just a cheap way of doing it. And all we need in here is public float lux and distance. Oh, that's spelled poorly. Distance, and then public int max. All this is going to do is going to store kind of a history of what the tile's getting from each light source. So this is how we're going to blend lights together, and we'll create a constructor for this as well. And that is this class done. Very simple. As I said, we probably could have used a different way of saving this, but oh well. Beautiful. And in the constructor here, we need to do this. And then we should also, at the end of each render, do that. Okay, so now we've cleared the amounts list. We are fine. So we can get out of that. We can get out of light data and tile. We won't need those again. And let's go into the load tiles. So we need to place down some tile lights over the top of each of our tiles. So to do that, we're going to make another array list. Array list of, no, not of tiles, of light tiles. What am I doing? We'll call that tile lights. Okay, and then in the load tiles, we'll do it here because we're already looping over. There's no point in doing two loops. Equals new array list. Okay, so let's work out what we need to do. So, is there any way of zooming in? I've not worked that out, but that would be nice to know. So each time we loop round, we add a new tile. We want to be able to add maybe a few lights per tile. Let's get a... That's a tile. And that's a tile. So these are the grass tiles. And then in here, we want to be able to add maybe a tile there, a tile there, a tile there, and a tile there. So each one will have maybe 4. I don't know if you can have as many as you like or as little as you like. And each of those will have their own lux value. So maybe that's 1, maybe 0.8, and then that's the way you kind of distribute those makes the lighting look good. So let's do that. Okay, so we need to do a for loop, and we'll do, let's call it XX. We've already defined an X up there. That's equal to 0, and then the XX is less than size, and then XX plus equals, and then we need to make we'll do it up here, so private int light size. So this is how big each light's going to be. We'll set that to 32 at first. We'll use that down here. So that's that, and we need to do another one of these. So for int yy equals 0, yy is less than size again, and then yy plus equals light size. Okay, so now we want to add a new light tile to the tile lights. So dot add new light tile. Okay, the X is going to be, what is it going to be? It's going to be X plus XX. Oh, and we're going to do Y plus YY. And what does this take in? This takes in light size. Right, that should work. We're going to create do another one of these, and we'll do light tile lights, and we'll see how many light tiles it creates. Let's run this. So as you see, it's created 960, and that is because there is 4 per tile. Okay, let's neaten that up a bit. Right, that's looking good. Let's render these before the end of this video. So we go for tile, no, light tile LT tile lights. So that's iteration for all the light tiles, sorry. And we're going to render that. And we're also going to, no, that's what we need to do, sorry. So let's just comment these out. So this is drawing the grass. Drawing the lights. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Okay, so you always want to render the lights above the grass, or the grass would kind of just cancel out the lights. Let's give this a run. Oh, I've been running the game. It should just be darker. Yeah, brilliant. There we go. As you see, you can kind of see the light of the grass behind it, green tint to the screen, but it's completely covered over. Let's change. We go to light tile. We can change the darkest value of the light, so we can change it to 0.5, and you'll be able to easily see the grass behind. There we go. But that's not what we want. We want it to be either 9 or 1 is completely black, but we'll do 0.9 for the minute. Okay, that's the end of this video. Next video we'll make it so the lights work. I promise. Right, thanks for watching and goodbye.